Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Saturday and I know I'm a bit early by a couple of minutes, so I will wait until people come in and then I'm going to show you what I've been working on. And hello Mona. Good morning, darling. You get to be my number one today. Hello Dawn, welcome. So I colored a little bit and I'm really not liking slick paper this week. I'm just saying. I have noticed that a lot of people have been coloring in these books, and my chair stuck, and they're kind of stuck. Um, they're really slick. I'm feeling fine. Things have changed a little bit in my world. So I no longer have a job. So I am home a lot more. So I'm coloring a lot more. I did resign from my job. I wasn't fired or anything. I resigned for family reasons. I am home a lot more. I'm still dealing with the passing of my cousin and my uncle. I was not so bad with my uncle because we weren't all that close, but my cousin and I were very close. So that one hit me a little bit close to home. Um, but yeah, things are okay. My brain is a little loopy some days. Some days I'm perfectly fine, and 1 minute, and tears are streaming down my face the next minute for no particular reason. So it is what it is. And hopefully we will avoid that today. Now I will pre-warn you, today after stream, me and my husband are going away for the weekend. Well, just overnight. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I will be back before stream tomorrow. The streams will not change at this point. We will be still doing Saturday and Sunday throughout December. They may change in January. We will see how things go. But I'm going to show you what I've been working on. So I've decided that I'm going to color a mini a day. So I colored this one yesterday during Emily's stream. Because Emily was coloring in Joanna Basford's. That's the one I grabbed. And I haven't colored in this book yet, and I did not realize how slick the paper is. The paper is so slick in this book. This is Magical Worlds by Joanna Basford. Now we all know the paper in this book is kind of slick too. But I colored this one here on Thursday. That's Swallows by Christine Caron out of her Wildflower Folk book. Hello, Noelle. Good morning, good morning. So I have been coloring this week a lot more than I normally do. And of course, this is the one that we're working on today. We've got to finish up her hair. I'm going to move it down a little bit so that we can go this way. My ring light died, so I've got a different light on. Hopefully it's not too glaring and doesn't put too many shadows down. Kind of bugged me that my ring light died, but that's okay. So I'm just going to give it a little bit. We're going to work on her hair and finish that up. Then we're going to work on this area here, her ribbons, and her sweater, and that should take us completed. Good afternoon, Catherine. Welcome. I know I was a bit early, but that's okay. That's what we do. We just come on whenever the heck we please. I did go through and clean up my office a little bit and put pencils away. swatch some that I hadn't swatched yet and put them in their box. Hello, Kenny. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully, we'll do a 50% zoom. Then we'll move it the other way. And then down. Because we're going to be working on, let's do that. There we go. Because we're going to be working on the braids today. All right. Oh, isn't that fun? So again, I'm doing that light layer of the light yellow ochre. Let me know if that shadow bothers you because I can turn off that light. It's just going to make it a little bit darker because there's no sun coming through my window. Thank you, Kenny. I wasn't all that happy with the way swallows turned out, but I haven't sat down and colored a whole page all at once in quite some time, so. Okay. Yeah, I'm not worried about the brightness. I'm more worried about the shadow of my hand. Right now I'm just doing a very light layer, so it's not my hand right over top of it, but at some point I am going to have my hand right over top of it, so let me know if that shadow bothers you. Braids are a little finicky because they take a little longer to do because you're doing basically one small area at a time with your light, dark, and medium colors. Oh, I am so sorry that you had a kidney infection. That's horrifying. Yeah, we started this part on last weekend, but over on Thursday, I colored this one. I'm going to zoom you out. I colored this one on Thursday. Wasn't overly happy with the way it laid down, but it turned out. It worked out in the end. I think she's pretty. Hello, Mandy. Go back down, 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 down. Not up, down. Not yet. I will be at some point after we figure out what's going on with life. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. Um, yeah, without working, um, I would like to get back to weekly streaming. I am going to be putting out more videos during the week if I have time. I am working on getting another job. We'll see how that turns out. But this will be part-time and it'll be working from home. Um, just because if I have to run to BC, I can, and all of those things. We can't forget this side here. All right, so there is our light color. Now we're going to start adding our darker colors. Yeah, like I said, if that shadow starts bugging you, let me know. Right now, Amazon is having some great Black Friday sales. I saw that they had the Artex pencils that Emily was using. She was showing us that they were on sale for Black Friday. But I also saw that there's a lot of pencil cases on sale as well. Vitsky has their 200 slot, 252 slot, and their 300 slot bags on sale as well. So if you need new pencil cases, definitely take a look. I, of course, put some on my wish list because I need more pencil cases, obviously. Yeah, because don't we all? I like the single slot pencil cases a little bit more than the multi-slot that I used to use. I used to use them because they held a lot of pencils and, you know, it was easy to pack them around. However, I found out that the pencils get pushed together, and if you don't use them very often, they kind of stick together, which causes some issues with the paint on them. And that bothered me, so I stopped using them. At least I noticed mine did anyway. It might just be the heat in my house or going from hot to cold or I don't know, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it did things to my pencils. Hello, Alexandra. Thank you, Dawn. Just slowly adding the secondary color into the hair. And this is where you figure out how many different ways your arm can turn before you start getting a cramp. Because with braids, you're going several different ways with your colors. Missed that one. I missed a strand. Hello, Sue. Happy Saturday. So it is coming up to December. This weekend will be the last streams before December. So I'll share my thoughts for December's coloring. I'm going to go through all my books and I'm going to pull things that are Christmassy that I haven't colored in a while. I've got some Bruce Sanderson that I need to pull out. Of course, I've got the Mystical Lands Christmas book that needs to be colored in. But I've got a lot of books that I haven't colored in that do have those Christmas themed pages. So I'm going to be pulling through those first. You know, I do Mystical Lands every year. I do Ruth Sanderson every year because I love the way her pages turn out. I just love the way the grayscale is in it and how they turn out when I color them. With the Mystical Lands, I just love Mystical Lands. 37 untouched. Christmas coloring books or just coloring books? I do try to color in every single one of my books. Although I have gotten some new ones that I haven't colored in yet. Just coloring books, okay. It's like, that is a lot of Christmas coloring books there, Mandy. But coloring books I can understand. There are some that I just look at and go, yep, no, I ain't ready for that. All right, so there is our secondary color. And now we're going to do the same thing over on this side as well, just to keep up so that we're not lagging behind on one side or the other. Now I'm hoping to have this page done by tomorrow. When I get back from the weekend trip, I will go through my books, and if we are done this before tomorrow, we'll go through and we'll pick some pages to be colored for the Christmas prompts. I do need to go through Shannon's prompts still because I do want to participate best I can anyway, because I've missed a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of coloring books that I love, absolutely adore, and I look at them and go, yeah, I ain't ready for that. All right, and then we're going to take our next color and we're going to sharpen it to a very sharp point. So the first two colors were the yellow ochre and then the brown ochre. This one is raw umber. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Yana. Yeah, those holiday seasons are tough on those retail establishments, that's for sure. One thing I did notice when I was working is that the busier it was, the better I enjoyed it, because I don't like sitting idle. with nothing to do. I'm hoping to get the at-home job because it gives me the ability in those idle times to, do what I like to do, which is color. So, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dawn. Head colds suck. Not as bad as COVID, but head colds suck. I hate sinus colds. Ugh, give me such a headache. All right, now this side. I think that's hair too. No, that's bow. Almost colored the bow, hair colored. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we weren't allowed to request days off either. And then we're going to use it. And this is where you get a little bit more concentrated because now you're putting in dimension. Well, that's good. Definitely one of those things that you have to have done, that's for sure. Hello, Lori. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm glad that you get the time off, that's for sure. Get to watch some back streams. I don't think too many people are streaming this week because of the holiday. I have to go to the grocery store and pick up some things for the dinner because I ran out of potatoes. Oh, what a thing to run out of. I thought I had enough to get us through the month, and then I looked, and yeah, not so much. Well, that's always a good time to have a birthday when the entire family's all together like that. Alex, isn't your birthday close to then too? I'm so out of touch with everybody these days. I know Alex's birthday is coming up too. it's still a good time to have family around, especially since it's your birthday. This year it's just me, Bob, and my youngest son. Last year it was just me, Bob, and my oldest son. This year it's me, Bob, and my youngest son. I think Gordon's got to work, so. Don't think he'll be making it up. Okay. I'm going to sharpen this again. Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Mr. Mona. Happy birthday, Mandy. Happy birthday, um, Alex. And everybody's birthdays on Thanksgiving this year. That means that we're thankful for everybody this year. We always are thankful for everybody every year, but this year they get an extra special thank you. My youngest son, his birthday falls on Canadian Thanksgiving every once in a while. He was born the day after Thanksgiving when he was born. But every couple of years it falls on his birthday. You're absolutely welcome, Mr. Mona. All right, now the final color. We're going to add some walnut brown. And then we're going to go back over it with the other colors. Ooh, there's a lot of nice little town stuff I haven't colored in either. I have a lot of Christmas stuff in those. I have nice little town Christmas, 1, 2, 3, and I think 4 that need to be colored in. Love that little mouse. Thinking of all the Christmas coloring books that I have that I haven't colored in nearly enough. All right. Now we're going to go back to the brown ochre. We're just going to extend the little tiny bit in different areas. Just going to give that light brown color in there, and then we're going to go back over it with our yellow ochre. Oh, I'm so glad you're able to see chat again. I'm sorry that chat disappeared on you. All right, and then we're going to go back over it with our yellow ochre. So, just pressing a little bit harder than I did when I started, just to blend all those colors together, getting that hairstyle in there. Yeah, I wish I only had 37 coloring books too. Although, if I only had 37 coloring books, I'd be buying more. So, only because, yeah, I collect these things and I want them all. I have to be careful. I end up with a bookcase full of things that I will never color in. And that's why I did a purge a couple of years ago, because I got rid of all the things that I wouldn't color in. And I did really well. I purged all the things I wouldn't color in, and then I refused to buy anything that I would color less than 50% in. If there was less than 50% of the pages that I thought I would color, I did not buy the book. If there was only one or two pages in a book that I thought were really cute that I wanted to color, I did not buy the book. And it did not go on my wish list so that other people would buy it, because then it would just sit on my shelf. Now, would like to color and I'm brave enough to color are completely different things. Just saying. Hi, Kim. Welcome, welcome. If I am not brave to color in it, I will still buy it because I like to look at it and go, yeah, one day. Um, However, if there's like pictures in there that I'm just going, yeah, no, I'll never color that, then I try not to waste my money on it. I have in the past bought things because other people colored beautifully in it, and I have found that I can't color like other people. So if it doesn't fit the way I color, 9 times out of 10 I won't color in it. Yeah, I finished the Garden Lady book. I gave it to Catherine for a Christmas present a couple of years ago. All right, now for her bows, we're going to do those in red. So we're going to grab dark red. Now, should we do our bows in red or green? Because I think we're going to do the sweater in red and or should we do the sweater in green and the little hearts and everything in red and the bows in red? You're already at that level. You do wonderfully. What do you guys think? Do her sweater red with green on the embellishments, or do green with red embellishments? Or just go a completely different color altogether? Oh, you do, Sue. Portraits are easy. Green with red? Okay. So do her bows red? No, Kenny. All right. Then we'll do her bows red. So I'm using dark red first. Now the rule with grayscale is to try to do your light and then your dark, because your light's going to overtake your dark. But when it comes to things that I'm going to try to do a little more translucently, I want that light to take over the dark and pull that color in. So I always do the dark first, and if it needs to be updated and enhanced, I'll go back over it and enhance it. But I go with the darkest pencil in the color that I want to use, because I know those lighter colors are going to change it, are going to dim it down, to a more brighter tone. And like I said, if I need it darker, I go back over it and darken it. Thank you. Now I'm following the shadows and the shading that Christina's put into the page. And then I'll add my own as needed. Because sometimes you just need to add a little bit of your own enthusiasm to it. There are quite a few of them in Linda Ravencroft's books. Now we're going to go a little bit lighter with permanent carmine. Actually, we're going to go this way first, I think. That was dark red, and then, yeah, no, permanent carmine is where we want to go. I'm going right over top of the deep red. Now this isn't dark red, this is deep red. And then we're just going to bring it out just a little bit. Yeah, there's a couple of different pages. I think there's a Holly, a girl with Holly. There's the Jack Frost page. There's quite a few pages in her books that are Christmassy. Okay. And then we're going to come in with like pale geranium lake. No, I think scarlet would be better. That's deep red. I need, yeah, pale geranium lake will work. And this is, of course, the brighter. We're going to take that deep color. Like so. Hey there, Ella. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Um, no, not really. I'm more relaxed. I'm not feeling the stress of the job, but now I'm feeling more of the stress of not having a job. Bob keeps on telling me not to worry about it. We're fine. But my brain says I need to be doing something. So I've been talking to a few people about working from home jobs and stuff, so it's not as bad. I'm not going crazy anymore. Um, I don't feel like I'm failing. which is one of the issues that I was having with the job, is for every person I couldn't help or every person that yelled at me and told me I was crap at my job, um, it made me feel like I was failing all the time. So I don't feel in such of a hurry anymore. But it's only been a week, you know. I resigned on Monday. So, well, thank you guys. There we go. I appreciate it. Make sure I'm using the right pencil. Now, there's a reason why I want to go green and red on the sweater, because she's got a sprig of evergreen in her hair, and I want to make sure that that green carries down as one of the main colors because it'll match with her eyes as well as, but it'll stop there if I go without the green and red theme. And that doesn't make it look very good. Yeah, I just have to remember to hold my tongue when people are being stupid. I'm not very good at that sometimes. And like I said, we've got a few changes happening possibly um, within the household. So we'll see how that goes and play it by ear as we go along. If I need to be there for my mom, I will be up in Canada some of the time and in the US other times. And working from home will make that easier. So, yep, exactly. Yeah, I don't have the Hannah Christmas, so it's another one of those books that I look at and I go, that's really pretty. And I watch people color in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not a huge fan of hers, so I don't buy the book. All right, now we've got that bow done. We're going to do the bow on the other side here as well. We're going to take the Prismacolor white and we're going to just put a little bit of highlight on this bow. Like that. I think I want a little bit here. All right. And then we're going to come over to this one. And we're going to go back in with that one, that one. So we're going to start with the dark red, and then we're going to come in with deep red. I like some of her books, but there are just some of them that just I like the way other people color it, and I like the way they make it look, but it just doesn't work with the way I color. So I will happily watch all the wonderful people that color her books beautifully because they do. And she is a gorgeous artist. I love the way that she does. And she's just not something that I enjoy coloring. And I'm not, like I said, I stopped buying books because I like the way they look. Um, and started buying books that I know that I'm going to color in. Another thing that I have to get back into that I stopped doing is posting my pictures of the things I have colored because it was just one of those things that I just didn't do a lot of coloring in. Yeah, I love Clara Markova. Clara Markova, I love her Christmas books. I've got a color in those too. They're so, so cute. And I thought I heard that she had come out with a new book at some point in the haze of work and life. Um, does anybody know if she came out with a new book? Because if she has, that is one that I do want to get. Yeah, I love watching them be done, and they are gorgeous and they turn out so nice. Just not my style of coloring. Yes, I do. I do have a lot of the Christine Caron books. She is one of my favorite artists, and one of my auto buys is Christine Caron. And she's Canadian, so, you know. I do have the um, three artist books that she's come out with. This one is the Little Folk book. Okay. Yeah, I like PDFs for certain things. Um, I don't think I'll ever go without a printer because, I end up with, so many PDFs that I really like, and I just don't want to go throwing them all out. But you do portraits beautifully, so there we go. All right, and we'll go in here a little bit more. All right, there is her bows done. Now for her sweater. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I'll zoom out a little bit just so that you guys can see what's going on so far. Good morning, Angela. That's okay. I'm taking a coffee break for a second and zooming out so you guys can see it. Thank you. And feel my throat starting to close up a little bit. All right, now we're going to do green and red. So all of the hearts and the waves and that sort of thing, we're going to do red. The stripes, we're going to do red. Everything else, actually not even the stripes, because those are just movements in the fabric more than anything else. It's just the way it was done. But we're going to add those colors in there for those added bits. So we're going to start with the red first, I think. Let's start with the green first. Why not? All right, going to zoom you back in. And we're going to go this way. Oh, this way. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Alla. All right, now we're going to go with the, I think, grass green. Let's do leaf green instead of grass green. We don't want it yellowy. We want it more of that green. And this is just going to be our base color. Now, because we want that base color to pop out as we're going through, with our highlights, I'm going to put it down first so that it's not dulling down the darker colors, so that those dark colors stay dark and the light color stays light in the areas that we want it to be light. And just doing a very, very, very gentle. Let's just throw that anywhere. I'm going to erase it. I got it. There we go. I dropped the pencil on the page. I have no idea, Kim. I have no idea. All I know is it's very scratchy. Yeah, it just fell out of my hand. I don't know. I don't usually throw my pencils, but this one just decided, I don't want to do this. Maybe you don't want to do this green. Are you sure you want to do this green? Oh, Angela, did you want to see the page that you're coloring that I did? I don't remember if I posted it anywhere. I might have. That was still during the time that I was posting things. But I can show it to you if you want to see it. It is so different than yours. Yours is so much nicer. Oh, nice. You will enjoy that visit, Kenny. Absolutely. All right. So there's the neck. And we've got, this is where we start getting a little more closer to the edge and holding it on the medium leveling here. Because I need more control over it. Like I said, if my hand shadow gets in the way, let me know. goodness, that is a long time for you to be without her visiting, especially in the summertime. But I guess it's, September, October now, isn't it? Summer's over. She back to school and whatnot? Yeah, yeah. I guess it's no longer summer, is it? Wishful thinking on my part, maybe, possibly. Yeah, it's hard to believe that I was at that job for almost a full year. I was there 11 months and still felt like I couldn't do my job. Yeah, that's what happens, absolutely, especially when you get sick. You know, I'm glad that you're feeling up to having her come visit. That will definitely raise your spirits and get you ready for the holidays. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like time just flies by. Oi. This will give you an idea of what it's going to look like with the green. But there's quite a few little details here that we're just going to go around and fill in. Hello, Marilyn. Welcome, welcome. Yep, it's just the base color and it will be the pop color, so it will have all that brightness in the highlight areas. I didn't want to go too yellow, but I didn't want to go too dark either. but this will be our highlight color. Oh my goodness. I think my tummy is saying I need more coffee. It's a little gurgly. Now, depending upon when we get back tomorrow, and we're just going up to the coast. We're going to spend the night up at the coast and have a couples night. And depending upon what time we get back tomorrow, um, and if we have anything left to do on this page, I will go through my books and try to pick out some things for next month. If not, you'll have to wait until next weekend to see what we're going to do next month. It all depends upon how much time I have tomorrow. If we are late getting back, I may put stream off for a little bit. Bob's off next week, so I don't have to do laundry right away. So that's not a concern right now. Lurk away, darling. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, Mona's here. She was one of the first ones here. Well, she was the first one here this morning. She is my number one today. All right, now we're going to use Hooker's green. If I can find it. Where is my Hooker's green? There it is. Thought for a moment there I'd lost it. This is also going to be done fairly light, just to build that color in to those darker areas. This is the medium color it's going to extend. And we're going to use a darker color still in those really dark areas. And then we're going to go over it again with a lighter color. Yep, yeah. I did see that. And like I said, I will probably be changing up the schedule a little bit next year, depending upon what happens with life in general. And through here. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll see how things go. Like I said, it's hard to determine. My mom is a very independent person, and she doesn't like to have too many people doting. It bugs her. She likes to do her own thing her way, and she gets into a routine, and she doesn't like anything changing that routine. So it's really hard sometimes to get her to accept somebody's there to help. So we'll see how it goes. And she may not need the help. Like I said, it all depends on how things go in the next little while. We'll see. I'm waiting for information. Yep, I'm going to remember. I am. All right, I'm going to finish up the neckline here with this green and then I'll show you. Because otherwise I will forget. Thank you for reminding me. I did pull it out yesterday when you were working on it. Because I was going, did I color anything to do with that arm? That missing arm that, yeah. Couldn't remember if I had been brave and tried to draw it in or just colored around that area with certain colors to make it look like it was there. I did neither. I ignored it. I did put in the side of her dress. So, Angela, are you going down to California with the whole family or just by yourself? Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, at least you caught it before it sent it. Now, was it to Angela? Yes, and I know you're going down, but are you going down by yourself or with family? Is the boys going with you? Is my question. It was to Sue? Well, she already heard me, so. Yeah, so that would have been comical. It was like, didn't she just say that? Why is she sending me messages of what Renee's talking about? All right. Now, yep, yep. Would have been comical, that's for sure. Now we're going to use some chrome oxide. I'm just going to do this part here, and then I'm going to show Angela the page. Okay, then we're going to take that lighter color, which was leaf green. I understand that one. At the end of the day, when I got home from work, my brain was just so blah that I had no energy to do anything. Barely had enough energy to watch a video and vegetate on the TV or all right. So that's the way this shirt, this sweater is going to go in the green. All right. So I'm going to zoom you out. Uh, okay. And where did I put that book? There it is. Ugh. So there's the one that I did. See, I put a little bit of the yellow cream down here, sort of like here. But yeah, I ignored her arm missing too. So Ooh. I like yours way better than mine though. Yours looks so much better. I did everything in the golds and that sort of thing. Angela, did you see it? Take a sip of coffee. Bye, Dawn. Oh, here you go. Yours is way prettier. And I put a little bit of cream down the side here, like over here. But yeah, I ignored the fact that she was missing an arm. Well, yeah, she's missing an arm. There's like literally. But I did put the cream down the side, just like this side. I like yours way better though. I did put sparkles and golds on her sleeves and whatnot. But yeah, you were coloring that one. I went, did I color that one and did I miss the arm? All right, going to zoom you back in. And we're going to go back to work on her neck here. Again with the dark green. So this is a chrome oxide green. Yeah. Now, Angela, you know, if you do find that you need a stop along the way, you know where I live, and now I'm home, so thank you, Angela. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. See how it goes. And like I said, if you need to stop along the way, because sometimes we just need to stop, you are welcome to stop and come hang out for a little while and have a coffee and just relax. Yeah, she's been to my house before. I don't think I have anything too new since she has been here. I think last time she was here, I was still working on the Garden Lady book before I started working and losing life. All right, can come back through here a little bit more with that hooker's green, just because I didn't feel it was deep enough there in that crease. But I don't want the dark, dark green to be in there as much. It has, absolutely. I think she was using a soft pastel, but I think she was scraping it onto a palette. And of course, she can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. All right, now we're going to come back through with the leaf green. Yana's as strong like ox, as she says. Thank you, Alex. So it looks like we're going to be working on the sweater tomorrow. And of course the evergreen in her hair. And then we will be done with her. All right, but I'm going to zoom you out so you can see how it's going to look once that sweater's done with the green. All right. So there we have the color of the sweater. That is going to be the color of the rest of the sweater. And then we've got the red in there as well. And then we've got up here the evergreen and the berries. So we'll be doing these colors up here, bringing those greens and other colors together with the reds. Hey Kenworth, long time no see. Thank you so much for coming out. I got your message the other day. Thank you for letting me know I have been in contact with them. You should call me at some point. Got stuck in the Walmart madness? Yes. I know you're always lurking. For anybody that doesn't know, Kenworth for life is my stepsister. So I think. I might be wrong now, but I'm pretty sure she is. She's always lurking. She has so many different names. Close enough. Yeah. She has so many different names. It's hard to pin them all down. All right, guys, so that is it for today. I would like to say thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. I know I didn't get as far as I wanted to, but we at least got her hair done and her sweater started. Um, yeah, we'll get this finished up tomorrow. Again, I will go through tomorrow after we get the sweater done and get, her embellishments all done. I will try to pull some books for December. If not, we'll go through those on the next weekend stream. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. I hope each and every one of you out in the U.S. has a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. If I don't see you tomorrow. Until then, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Until next time, bye bye for now.